Hi everyone, it's Christy Gray and this is my dad, Steve Gray. He works for Wells Fargo and he's been a loan officer for almost 30 years. This is video number 5 in our interview with a loan officer series. Today he's going to talk about interest rates and APR, so what exactly APR means and how locking in at a favorable APR can improve can reduce the amount that you're spending month to month and overall in the life of your loan.
Hi everybody. When we look at financing for a home, the interest rate is really a critical piece. In fact, when you look at the overall affordability of a home, there's two things that you need to look at. Number one is, of course, what is the price of the property? But number two, what is the interest rate that you're going to get? So if you look at where interest rates have been historically, and Christy has a chart, so if you want to ask Christy for this chart, ask her for it and she'll send it to you. It really gives you a picture of how low interest rates are today. Now, if you look back over time, the average over the long term has been in the 6 to 7% range. So we got excited when rates went below 6%. Of course, now interest rates are in the 4% range. So what that does for your affordability is it allows you to buy a property for a given amount of money at a lower monthly payment. So the interest rate that you pay will translate into how much the monthly payment is going to be. When you look at the types of loans that are available, the standard chocolate and vanilla version is the 30-year fixed. It gives you a fixed interest rate, a fixed monthly payment for the lifetime of the loan. Usually we'll have the highest interest rate, again around 4%, but you know that that interest rate will never go up and that payment will never go up. For most people, it's difficult in the beginning to make the monthly payment, but with that type of a loan, as your income increases over the years and your mortgage payment doesn't, you find that it becomes more and more affordable as time goes by. For my parents, for example, they bought a property in La Jolla, if you can believe, for about $45,000. And that was a real reach for them at the time. Rates were high and they weren't making a lot of money at that time. But as time went on and they had that same mortgage payment that never changed, but as their income went up, it became very easy to afford it. If you need something that's going to be more affordable today, you can look at alternatives to the 30-year fixed. For example, a rate that's fixed for the first 7 years then would convert to a variable rate after 7 years. Most people, especially first-time buyers, are not in the property forever. Typically, a 6 to 7 year period of time is going to be enough for them to allow them to build some equity and be able to trade up the property into a bigger, nicer property. Now, what is the annual percentage rate? That's different from the interest rate. The interest rate is your actual cost of money month after month, but the annual percentage rate takes into account both the interest rate that you pay plus the fees that you pay to get the loan. So if you have a 4% interest rate and you're paying 1 point or 1% of the loan amount in closing costs, you might have an annual percentage rate that's 4.1 or 4.2. It's not the interest rate, but it gives you the overall cost of the loan with the fees included. So when you're comparing lender A to lender B to lender C, one thing you'll want to look at is, well, what is the APR between the different lenders, because that will give you an indication of which loan is going to be the better deal.